Right, Vibes in 5 Ghana's first social media celeb talk show. The name Arnold Man Elavanyo. You can always call me, bro. You see me? Big shots going out to Adidas Akins. Big shots going out to Sat, Legend, Vani, Tomika, and Brown. Another episode is about to roll, and we're here to make it happen. But we keep telling you that you have to know where you stand when it comes to what you're about to watch. We are here to throw more light on what happens in the spirit world from people who claim or say they are spiritualists. And we ask all the probing questions to know how things happen and what powers they even possess for them to make the proclamations they make. This is what we do. So what you do with this information is entirely up to you. It's entirely your business. You can decide to ignore everything we say. But if you decide to use it for whatever purpose, know that you're doing so with your own acceptance and you're going to be fully responsible for the outcome of whatever decision you take. We sound it so you get it very clear before the conversation even starts. So if for any reason you feel you cannot take full responsibility for whatever you would use this information for, you can respectfully bow out at this point. But if you decide to stay and listen, we are going to churn our information. We'll ask the probing questions. You might not be able to ask all the questions there is under the sun. So we'll give you the opportunity to also, if you decide, call and ask them at your own time, in your own way. That is what we are here to do. Anything else is not is not part of our dealings here. So if you call and you decide to do financial transactions, know that you are doing so because you want to, and you are taking full responsibility for it if it goes well or goes bad. We will not be held liable for that, just so you know. Vibes in 5 and the host. My guest goes by the name Chichaha. When he mentioned it, I said teacher. He said no, it is Chichaha. He hails from Yendi, and he's traveled all the way to Accra to have a conversation, to also tell us what he's capable of doing spiritually. Chichaha, you're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Arnold.
I had the opportunity to watch you dress, and you were piling up fugu upon fugu upon fugu upon fugu. How many are you wearing?
Inside, I'm wearing 4.
You are wearing 4 inside.
Inside.
Plus the final one.
Yes.
Which is 5.
Yes.
But why?
Yes. I am a traditional man who was born and raised in a royal family. Whatever I do, I take it from the royal family. I grew up to see how they dress. Anybody who is watching, if you take a look at the northern, particularly Yendi, the head of Dagbon, you see that's how we always dress. Even our chiefs.
Yes, you are not the first person to pile fugus. I mean, I've seen almost all of you dress this way. Yes. But I find it particularly interesting to know why you would have to increase, and at the end you look so huge. But when people see you in person, you look so, I won't say small, but you look smaller than you look when you dress this way.
Yes, like I said, sometimes if you are going to exhibit something spiritually, or you are coming to portray the culture, you have to dress in that manner. Okay. That's why it is put on.
So it is just a cultural thing.
It's a cultural.
It doesn't signify how powerful you are.
Yes, it doesn't signify.
It doesn't signify that.
I think only the charms here signifies how powerful. Sometimes you don't even need to present them to wherever you are, because most of the time, none of this will be with you, but still do whatever you are going to do.
So why do you carry all of it around?
It's part of the dressing.
It's part of the dressing.
Yes.
So if you don't wear it, you are not complete.
You are complete. Like I said, sometimes somebody will feel like they say seeing is believing. You might come to just talk like that. Somebody who might sit somewhere and saying like, no, I don't believe what I'm seeing. Because even we just celebrated our fair festival. I wish I would have had that privilege to show some short videos added here. You just have to, sometimes you just have to wear certain things just to let people see like what you can do.
What you can do.
Yes, and it's part of the dressing.
But people have worn stuff more than you're wearing. But they turned out to be liars.
It's true, exactly. I will talk about that. You know, sometimes you go to the market, you go to cultural center, you see all these things, and you'll be laughing. I sometimes ask myself, what are they inside? Sometimes people use the perception, or people understand what is it, but they don't have that spirit in them. They take that channel to defraud people. They know that when you hold this thing, a layman will see you to be a spiritual person. So they use it as an object. It's used it as a channel to defraud people.
They use it as a channel to defraud people.
Yes.
And they are bought from Art Center.
Yes.
Where
Art
did you
Center.
buy yours?
I have not bought it. Most of them have inherited it.
But they
Old
look,
from
but they
my
look
grandfather.
new. Like the ones you have around, all of them look new.
Not all of them. I
So-
said some I have inherited it
Some you inherited some.
direct
Direct.
from my grandfather. Like he passed away, and when the oracle or when the soothsayer, I will be the right person to take care of this particular one. That one, the leaders or the elders of the family will personally give that one to me. And I'm not also somebody, because I want my culture to go far, I don't also sit. I don't look big, though I might look younger, but day in, day out, I go in for what I think. If I hear that this particular man is very powerful, not like you Southerners, you just come to a person one day, get up, say, like, I want this. We don't do that. You go to the person consistently. If the person is really powerful, like first day you are going, you might buy a cola. Mostly you buy things that you think God takes, like schnapps. Definitely when you go to use it to greet that elder man, definitely you pour some on the ghost. So maybe next time you are going, you can go with a cow milk. Maybe together with something that he himself takes. So with that,
So you
consistently,
build relationship.
you build the relationship. The God he is serving will reveal exactly what you want from him. Not he even asking you, my son, you've been coming greeting me all. What is your problem? If the man really have what you are demanding, he will definitely see it from the gods. The only thing he must ask you, oh, okay, my son or my grandson, tomorrow when you are coming, just get one or these stuffs and come. I have something for you. Definitely he'll be giving you what he wants. So that's what I'm doing.
So that's how you gather your powers.
Yes. I get it from origin.
From origin and from your grandfather.
Yes.
So the ones that you didn't inherit, where did you acquire them?
That's what I just explained. I do go to elder people. You matter know, some people come here and say, I'm a spiritual president. I hold the key to the... It's a big lie.
It's a big
You
lie.
matter know how the head of cobra is. Elephant can never use it as a chewing stick. You know yourself. How powerful you are. Keep it to yourself. You have not even traveled. I have forcefully come here because I look like Yendi. It is the mother of tradition. I say it.
Yendi is the mother of tradition.
I can boldly say it in the whole West Africa, even in Africa.
No, but if you say the whole West Africa, you don't know how Nigeria is. You don't know how Namibia is. You don't know how Gambia is. You don't know how Togo, Benin. You don't know how Sierra Leone is. You don't know how Mozambique is, you know.
I have not traveled a lot, but with few countries like Nigeria, Benin, I have traveled there. Sometimes I do questionnaire research. Oh, how is this? But from my perspective, I feel like my town, Dagbon, because I can see it is originated in 1250 AC. Yeah, 1250. That is in the 11th century. Unlike South here, Ashanti Kingdom was it was 1670. So looking at the two comparisons, we have 420 years older than Ashanti Kingdom. Dagbon, I mean. Yes. So what we do is that, or what I have, the feelings I have, and the research from my grandfather, from the Gongon beaters, mostly they know the history of.
They know the history of culture.
Yes, and from the way I've related, I say I'm from a royal family. Related myself to the elders and the advice and the history I asked. I've come to conclusion that Dagbon is the origin of spirit.
Dagbon is the origin of spirits.
Yes, I see. I'm not here to make any battle or to say this town is this, this town is that. Yes, because some people come here and mention their town, and we battle with the Gombes, where I belong to, and their drum is with us. In Kumbungu is there.
It's there.
Any native
So the
from that particular town,
Dagbons
you know,
are different from the Dagombes.
is Dagbon is the town,
Okay.
and the Dagombes is the people.
The people.
The people.
So you're a Dagomba.
I'm a pure Dagomba.
You are a pure Dagomba, and Dagbon is the town.
Is the town.
And you are saying that culture begins from Dagbon.
Dagbon.
Dagbon is the mother of tradition.
Yes.
In the whole Africa or West Africa.
I say in the whole Africa.
In the whole Africa. That is a very bold statement.
Yes.
You know. So what are the limitations of your powers? I mean, you sound very enlightened. You sound like, you know, like you said, you've done a lot of research. If you would be honest with yourself, myself, and our audience, what are the limitations of your powers? What can't you do?
Okay, what I can't do is I can't raise a dead person. But in some situation, I can raise a dead person. I can raise a dead person in some situations.
What situations are those?
You know, we say witchcraft, witches. It exists. And no witch or no wizard can kill you naturally. My brother, they only make you to stop breathing.
But
They'll
if you
go
stop
and
breathing,
bury
you are
you.
dead.
Immediately they buried you, you'll be awake. Islamically, I learned you'll be awake for 40 days. You struggle for 40 days before the angels will then take you.
But you would have been
naturally.
dead. It's not your spirit that will be awake, but you would have been dead. If you stop breathing, you are dead.
You are dead.
Yes.
That is it. So that's what I'm trying to explain. If you are being attacked by a witchcraft, where they say you have died, and I happen to come and see you, I will know that the man or the person lying down here is not a natural death. With that situation, there is a way that will follow to kill that spirit they use on you, so that you wake up. And that one, I don't say I have raised you out from a death. I will only say I have rescued you from a sickness. That is it.
You say you've rescued the person from a sickness,
Sickness.
and
I
not
don't
raised
call
you
it
from
death.
death.
Yes.
Because you are not dead.
Yes.
That is what, but that is, you can do that too, but you can't raise someone from the dead when the person dies naturally.
Naturally, yes.
There's nothing. I mean,
There
and
is
I doubt
nothing.
if anybody can do that.
Everybody will join the ancestors, even the one talking. I will join my ancestors.
Yes,
very soon.
eventually. Oh no,
That's
very
the
soon.
way not if I say very soon can be 1,000 years. Just like my grandfather did. As of now, he's with the ancestors. He's in the second world.
Very soon can be 1,000 years.
Yes. If I say very soon, not tomorrow.
So is that the only limitation you have?
I think that is the only thing that, you see, there is nothing that man sit and imagine which doesn't exist. It's not everything like, okay, this one is cutlass proof or this one is gun proof. And you have the object. There are certain things, my brother, you call the spirit, you talk to the spirit. This is what I want. So if the spirit, if you yourself, like you've not gone for it, but you have spirits, you have genes that you do communicate to. So when you call that particular spirit, they are also in a world, like they are also in their world. So, okay, I want something. This is what somebody has come for. And I feel like you are the one person, you are the only thing that can help me out. Even if that particular spirit is not having it, my brother, I'm speaking from reality. It will also go to the colleagues. He know him, he know them. Okay, this person too, just like we human beings, this particular person has the most powerful when it comes to this aspect. Yes, so you go to one particular spirit to get it and then come back to me. And then can inculcate it to me before I can also use it to rescue somebody. So I said it's only death, naturally death, that I can rescue somebody. But aside that, I don't think. Only sometimes, like, if the situation or whatever, what you want is very hard, sometimes the only thing that they might give you what you need to gather before that thing is done, which might be very hard. Like people sit here and say they give 50 billion to Ukraine people to settle peace in Ukraine. It doesn't. I'm not saying that there's nothing that can be used to settle the peace in Ukraine, but from my perspective, even if that is going to be the sacrifice that is going to be involved, because we have issues that are from graduate, like this one is smaller one.
Yeah,
that
the bigger one, then it grows. Yeah.
The Ukraine-Russian war we are seeing, there is nothing that can be done with it with a little sacrifice.
It has to be a big
It has
sacrifice.
to be, yes.
It
It
has
has
to
to
be
be.
a major sacrifice.
The bigger the sacrifice, okay, sorry, the bigger the problem, the bigger the sacrifice demands. Just like when it comes to the money aspect, when you need we have money like the money you were getting daily. That particular thing, it depends. Sometimes it can be one day, every day you're removing this amount of money, or weekly, and it looks so funny. Somebody will say that like it has an expiry date. No spirit has an expiry date.
Spirits don't expire.
It doesn't expire unless, of course, you have gone wrong to them. Don't sleep with a virgin girl, or don't sleep with a virgin girl. Don't sleep with a woman without bathing and come to touch me. They will give you what they don't want. If you do that, then they might go on away. But for them to expire, I don't think.
They don't expire.
I've been with.
Because we've had people who say they have some powers that they give you, but you need to renew it every 3 months. After 3 months, you need to come and pick a form, and then they'll renew it for you again.
Sometimes that's another thing. Tradition has nothing to do with form.
Tradition has nothing to do with picking form.
You see, papers on
Chicha,
all those
you are opening keys, so like you are hitting the matter right on the. Tradition has nothing to do with picking forms.
Yes. Even if we say we are succeeding from our grandfathers, I think that time there was nothing like pen and paper. There was nothing like reading and writing. So the only thing I think is for us to use the writing to help the people in need.
So because there wasn't reading and writing and there wasn't pen and paper then, we can't have pen and paper or reading and writing now?
We can have reading and writing and our knowledge. Sometimes some people have quick memory, or like short-term memory. Sometimes I do have records of some of my things. I am educated. Okay, this particular spirit, before you could you do it, these are the things you need to buy. Sometimes it's not necessary in a paper. I do in my phone note. I'll write them. Sometimes, though, you can call the spirit itself to remind you the items you need
to buy
to do the work. So, but sometimes if you are in a technological world, you can type it. But somebody like to come and join your court, you come to buy a form, you will come to renew. What are you renewing?
The spirit.
I don't know. We don't renew spirit. In which way? If you said you have a timely, a yearly sacrifice, I understand. You are empowering the gods. You are giving them the food. But if you should say they should come and renew it, that way renew, I don't understand.
You don't understand?
I don't understand.
So anyone who talks about renewal when it comes to spirits is lying?
I don't usually say people lie, because they say English is dynamic.
Right.
I said you do make sacrifice,
a
yearly sacrifice or weekly sacrifice. I'm sure, per what I explained, it might be what they wanted to explain. Because sometimes they say English is dynamic. I might say something, and the way I mean it might be different from the way that person will understand it. So I don't usually.
But there's a way to speak to have universal meaning.
Yes.
You know, so that what you mean would be the same as me. If I listen to it, I'll get the meaning. If Kweku listens, unless you want to sound ambiguous, then you throw it in the air and allow people to take whatever meanings they want to take from it. Now you've spoken about your limitations. You can't raise the dead. Now, what is the strongest power you have?
The strongest. I can say the strongest powers I can do, like just close my eyes and open, is to chant a girl.
To chant a girl.
I started that one. It's even in our community, even a small boy. Like from our community, especially in my family, even 4 years, 5 years will have it. Or to knock you and you go down. You know, they are the basis of spirit.
They are the basis.
Yes. Before you, like, you'll be empowered into the spirit world. The first thing we call it the artium. I don't know whether you people believe it.
Right.
You have sex with a lady and maybe you will pulse all over your body. That is the first thing that it's just like the way it's something like a baptisment, like the way you baptize.
You baptize.
Yes. So that's the first charm they will do. It will purify you. It will block you away from whatever you are going to do, even if that thing is not true. When they give it to you, it will become reality. So that is the first thing that they will do to you. So aside that, we have that fighting that we call it chore in our language. You just mention the name and knock the person in case of fight. The person will go there. Sometimes you cheat and all those things. And the other one is chanting, like charming woman. That one is even if I am not with anything, I can chant a woman. I can. Yes.
You can
call the woman.
You can call a woman and she will just.
And they're fighting too. Yeah. Wherever I am. Sometimes you even call some of the spirit. It will appear in your ring.
To appear in your ring.
Yes. I can remember the first time it appears in my ring when I was in SHS. Yes. We had an inter-house competition and a fight happened and it appears. That was my first time. I was like, my grandfather enjoyed staying with my ancestors. That was my first time of seeing that particular action. It appears. People were like, oh, Charlie, stop. I was just trying to knock the guy down because if you knock the guy down, nobody can touch him. As part of the item that we used, there was this fish in water. When you touch it, it will shock you. It was there. So anybody, if you knock him down, anybody touch him, it will shock that person. It will shock that person. Yes.
Because you use the fish that shocks to do that medicine.
It was part. So
it was part.
In my own, I didn't ask him, but in my own understanding, I feel like it was because that shocking aspect is the reason why it was part of it.
So you've started this for long?
My brother, I said I started it when I was even in 5 years. Yes.
So have you swallowed things?
If you see my stomach, because my stomach is big. That's why I said, yes, I've swallowed a lot. My friends tell me, go for gym. I say, my brother, the stomach you are seeing is far beyond gym. Nothing can make it go down.
It's not an ordinary stomach.
Not an ordinary stomach.
What are the 3 weird things you have swallowed?
Yes, the cutlass.
You swallowed the cutlass?
Yes. The gun.
You swallowed the gun?
Yes. And that one, I just tell you, the fighting issues. That is the 3 major things.
You swallowed?
Yes.
So wait.
In my community, you feel like sometimes it's not easy to be in a royal family. 1, 2, 3, you are there. Especially our side, we have
a lot of issues.
Yes.
So wait, you swallowed full cassava, full cutlass into your belly?
No.
Or cutlass medicine?
Yes.
You swallowed cutlass medicine?
Yes.
You swallowed gun medicine? And you swallowed fight medicine?
Yes.
What elements did you swallow as the medicine? That's the thing I want to know. Maybe somebody swallowed a snake. Oh, in my belly, I have block. I have a car key in my belly. What elements do you have in your belly?
Yes,
if you can tell me.
Sometimes, or it's not sometimes, what I have swallowed,
Yeah.
when it's come to all the 3, we have some particular herbs that we use to do it.
Right.
So when you are preparing it, after you make all the necessary sacrifice, you pick pieces of all the type of herbs. If there is fowls, you remove more of the hair, the feathers, tie it at a round, like the cutlass one, it was tied like small, like this. You know this one, if you remove it, you get the objects, tie them before the ghost tell you it should be covered with a black clothing. We call it clothing, black clothing or red clothing. So it will then be prepared like this, and then you swallow it. There's no way you shit it out.
There's no way you shit it out.
That is how it is. It is not like I've taken cutlass to swallow. No.
So the things you have swallowed, you can't ease them out. They are stuck in your stomach.
So immediately when they go and ease them out, know that you have gone wrong to it. So that thing is no more in you.
So it has to come out.
You have to come out.
Until such time, everything is inside you.
Yes.
Then your stomach is full of foreign materials.
That is just correct.
Your stomach is full of foreign materials. Are you able to eat a lot because already you are satisfied?
Yeah, I know. It's not, everything at his stomach. It doesn't be in the stomach itself.
It's not in the stomach. It has a place it goes to stay.
Yes.
Then
you might even do operation and you might not see it.
But if you are traveling and use the airport, they might be able to detect it.
I've been traveling with Through flight, but they can't see it.
They can't. Maybe it's domestic flight.
Domestic flight. Anyway,
Because
I don't think.
But you don't think they
the
can.
spirit will reveal itself. So far as they have allowed me, because there are other things that you don't need to swallow them. So since they need me, they need to be in my stomach, they will protect themselves in such a way that I will be embarrassed. Because if I should be shocked on the airport because there are things in my stomach, I don't think that can happen. No.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Wow. Where do you operate from? Yes, I know you are coming from Yendi, but where in Yendi do you?
I was born and raised in Yendi.
Okay.
And everything of mine is in Yendi.
Okay.
I'm not a bank. I don't have branch here. I don't have branch there. No, it's Yendi. And when you come, I'm taking you to my grandfather's house, who I have succeeded. We'll go to the inside the shrine. Everything will be there. I don't have underground shrine.
You don't have underground?
No.
You don't have underground shrine?
Yes, I have the shrine that was left over to me by my grandfather.
By your grandfather, not
yes.
Underground shrine.
No.
And you don't have branches.
I don't have branches.
So people who claim to have branches, what are they?
So, it's a question.
It's a question.
It's a question to the
gods and a question to the viewers. Okay. Chichaha is his name. Chichaha, let's have your contact details so that the things that I couldn't ask, people can ask.
Okay, the number is 0244 54 6661.
Again.
0244 54 6661.
Chichaha is the name. And you say you won't explain the meaning of Chichaha to me?
The Chichaha, I said, is a name that I succeeded from my grandfather.
Okay.
In our locality, when you give birth, you'll be succeeded. Given the name, they will succeed to see the name who you have succeeded.
Right.
If you succeed your grandfather, they'll give you the name. They'll give you the Islamic name and give you the
and the nickname
the traditional name.
The traditional name.
Yes.
So the Chichaha, is that the traditional name?
Yes, it's part of
It's part of the traditional name, and that's your grandfather's name. Thank you very much, Chichaha, for coming. I've really enjoyed this conversation. I don't know about Eddie. I think you've done so well. You've been spot on with my questions, and you've opened things up. I mean, not too loud, not too all over the place, but you've been able to zero in on the key factors. And I'm very happy about this conversation I've had with you. And I know my audience will also, if for nothing at all, learn a thing or two from what you have said. Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate your time. Yes, folks, this has been it with Chichaha. I told you we pry into, the spiritual world, ask probing questions, and try to find out how things happen and what they do, how they do what they do. That's what we are doing here. Anything else, like I keep saying, is entirely your business. The information has been put out. You can decide to learn from it. You can also decide to ignore it. But if you pick it and you go further, please, if you call him, you have any questions, please ask. The ones that I didn't ask and you feel that you can ask on your own, that's why we put out the number, so that you can call and ask further questions. I mean, in spiritual conversation, there might be things you want to know that I don't know. So you can ask him for that. Anything else, we don't have a hand in it. So you take full responsibility for that. My name is Arnold Elavanyo. Big shouts to Eddie Dazekins and the rest of the crew. Chichaha, again, thank you very much. We out.